This is your ASMR NLP hypnosis experience as we read Lao Tzu's Tao Meditation, the classical Chinese text of wisdom. Can I hit that like button and subscribe? This is called Then and Now. In ancient times, all entities had their own integrity and function. The sky was clear and endless, the earth was calm and firm, the gods were charged with spiritual powers. The wells were clean and full, the 10,000 creatures were healthy and fecund. Leaders were elected to plan the work and defense of the community. How wondrously concordant! If the skies were not endless, it could have fallen. If the earth were not firm, it could have burst. If the gods did not exercise their spiritual powers, they would have been abandoned. If the wells were not full, they could have dried up. If the 10,000 creatures were not productive, they could have become extinct. If the leaders did not plan the work and defense of the community, they would have been replaced. In this way, each entity had its own essentiality, each part complementing each other. Nowadays, when the privileged among us identify themselves with the orphan, the widower and the hungry one, it may be an opportunistic appeal for the support of the lowly, or a realization that loudly trumpeting self-glory negates itself, or a premonition that shining like jade and resounding like stone chimes attracts the desperate adventurers among those deprived of hope, inviting disaster among those who create these deprivations. Verse 40, all is paradox. The movement of the great integrity is infinite, yet its character is passive. Being defines every form of life, yet all originate in and return to non-being. Verse 40, commentary. The old wise man never tires of reminding us that our senses and our logic are more illusion than reality. Wisdom, he says, derives rather from paradox, which in turn derives from the contradictions in our observations and conclusions, as well as from the very nature of transformation, which is itself the defining character of the universe. What is the nature of transformation? It is the tendency for everything when it becomes extreme to turn into its opposite. When we are overactive, extreme yang in Chinese terms, we must rest or sleep yin, or else we will not survive. When we stay outside in very cold weather for a long time, extreme yin, we must find some source of heat yang, or else we might die. The main application of paradox and the principle of opposites for us today is having reached the point in the development of modern civilization of extreme violence.